Hi guys, so this is an update now in January 2015. Okay, so what have I been up to in the last 6 months? Well, a lot of helicopter flying. Last time I did one of these, I was still going around in circuit after circuit after circuit with the instructor, and it was getting a little dull. But we got to the point in November where I said to the instructor that we don't seem to be moving forward at the moment. We need to kind of, get there. And he agreed, and we did one more session and said, right, everything's looking good. You seem ready. So he got out the helicopter and I did a circuit all by myself. You can find the video of this on my channel, and there's one to a music video as well. So that was great fun. That's probably the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. So it was good to get that out of the way. Then I think the week after I went back and did 3 or 4 circuits by myself, and then we went again and did a few more. I'm now up to about 1.6 hours solo. I need to do 10 hours solo, including a 100-mile cross country at 2 different airports. So that'll be coming up this year. So the plan with that is to continue it pretty much as I've been doing. I did get a lot of flights in around the end of last year because at that solo stage it's important to try and consolidate it and get everything done quite quickly. But now I'm probably going to go back to doing 2 flights a month, mainly because it's very expensive. I'm going to need about 60 hours total. I'm up to about 33. And I've been doing it about 18 months. It would be nice to finish it sort of end of the summer, but I've got a feeling it won't be, because only doing 2 flights a month, it's kind of 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. So if I could hammer it all in a fortnight, then I'd pass and it would all be done. Except I still have 7 exams to pass, which is fun. I've done air law finally, and operational procedures. I've still got navigation, meteorology, and communications, which I'm obviously very good at, and all that sort of thing still to do. And I have to do a practical test on radio telephony, and at the end of it all I have to do my skills test in the helicopter, including auto rotation to a hover and stuff like that. The other thing I was planning on doing this year was the model helicopters. Now, end of sort of last year I went to a model engineering exhibition and met up with the local flying club. They all seemed very nice and stuff, but they said, oh, we don't do memberships until December. So I thought, fine. So I had all the membership stuff come through, and I read through it, and I don't know, it seems like you're almost joining some kind of religion. They have vast amounts of committees and a complete order and hierarchy of people and everything else. And to join the club you have to turn up on a Monday meeting, and you need to get a sponsor and a seconder and everything else. It seemed a little bit too much just for flying models. I'm sure they're all very nice, but I think it's Groucho Marx who said, I don't want to be a member of any club that will have me as a member. So I'm going to pass on that one. I think it's a little bit too much. Plus it's about 120 quid to join as well. And I only want to learn a little bit about model flying. I don't want to dedicate my life to it or anything like that. So it seems a little bit much. So I'm going to skip that this year. Probably get rid of a couple of the smaller helicopters because I don't really need them. I've got tons of the bloody things. I want to learn to fly this baby. This is an Align 450, which is really quite big, which I bought some time ago, and I've done up and repaired and set up. And it's quite a powerful little helicopter, but due to its size, it's apparently quite easy to fly. So I've got the batteries and stuff for it, but I need to sort out some connectors. I fitted the transmitter and I set it all up. Actually using the settings this guy at this model engineering exhibition told me about. So I should be able to at least get that off the ground. I might take it up to the field where we walk the dogs and give it a blast. And I'd at least like to get it hovering and do a small circuit on that this year. So that's the challenge on the model helicopter front. I've got an Align 250 as well, but I think I may eBay that one off again because I'm not sure I'm ever going to get round to repairing it. So it needs a complete strip down and rebuild, which I'm not really sure I'm up to. Maybe just stick to this one because I think this one could actually be good fun to fly. And there's also room at the front here. I could actually fit a small camera as well because it can carry the weight for it. So that should be cool. Quick word on the depression front. I've obviously been off the pills now since May. For quite a while there was some sort of up and down moments, but now I'm at the stage where I think most of the time I'm pretty much over it. I'm pretty much in control, and I think the way I sort of coped with that really is to just keep myself busy, just keep doing things, and just do lots of different things in small pieces. So go from playing around with X for an hour or so, then moving on to Y, keep myself active, and just changing around, going through lots of different things. So you never dwell on anything for too long, which if you're trying to concentrate and do something probably isn't a great idea. But I find it works well with me, and I can just do that, do the work during the day, then in the evening go to the gym or something, then come back and just do a hobby. Let it be, you know, mucking around on the iMac, doing videos or whatever. Going to bed and reading. I find it sort of combining all those different things is working quite well for me. So I'm going to keep that up. This year then, as I said, carrying on with the helicopter flying. We'll be doing geocaching again in the summer. That's great fun. I'm up to 315 now. So this year I hope to break the 500 barrier, which would be cool. They're all like quite far away now, so it's a case of driving there for Sunday and then going all the way through and driving back. But that's fine because I'm hitting like 30, 40 a go. Also doing now, as it's winter time, doing the DIY. Now, I've been doing the bathroom for quite some time. This was the next project after the dining room that I finished over a year ago. But the bathroom involves plumbing and tiling and lots of stuff I don't know a great deal about. So it was time to get somebody in to do that. So I went through the usual rounds of getting plumbers in and giving me quotes, and then plumbers that failed to give me quotes. And then eventually I went back to the first plumber. But I wasn't happy with the initial state of the bathroom because the paint was peeling, the plaster was loose, the plaster board around where the shower was deteriorating, and I wasn't happy really to give that over to a plumber and say, hey, put brand new tiles over the top of this, because it would have been a little bit crap. So I basically stripped the entire bathroom out, removed all the paint, replastered it all, redid the ceiling because it had Artex on the ceiling, so all that's been stripped. It's been skimmed, painted. The last thing I'm doing now is just paint strippering the door frame, and I've had to reinforce that. There's a cabinet where the sink goes on, which I've had to reinforce as well, because that's having a marble slate on top of it, and then we're having one of these bowl sinks on top of that. So it'll all look nice when it's done. That's basically going in the end of January. I've still got a few things to buy for it, but apart from that, it's pretty much there. I'm going to finish probably doing the door frame tomorrow and then paint it next week, and that's all done. After that, DIY projects, well, I've still got to finish off the edging around the wooden flooring in the hall, but I'm actually tempted to redo all the wooden flooring throughout the ground floor so it's all the same, and I can then undercut it properly under the doors, so it'll all look nice. But that does mean digging up all that stuff I did in the kitchen, but it only took a day and I had to repair it once when Jamie managed to get water under it all. I'm tempted just to redo the lot. I want to put the HDMI cable in from behind the sort of TV area up to the roof up here for a projector. And then I can have a screen going along the bay window and the projector going on that, and that'll be nice. So I do all that first because that involves drilling under the floor. So get all that out of the way, put all the cables in, and then I'll look at redoing the flooring end of this year, so the next DIY season, because I think it's going to take me a while to do these cables, put the mains power in and everything else. And there's also cost involved as well, of course. It's not going to be cheap to redo the floor. It's probably about £1,000, and the projector's a few thousand as well. So that's all going to come out the DIY budget, which after the bathroom fitter is finished is near enough depleted for the whole year. If you want to subscribe to my channel, then click on my face.